cheese. I remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, man's a bike, as you guys know from the title. The big boys, the big teams won this weekend. The big teams, let me further emphasize. Obviously, make sure you show love to all the boys. The links are down below, and make sure you just check out the content. Subscribe to the channel. I know Daniel's doing a madness at the moment as well, so make sure you show him love. Make sure you follow everyone's socials, slap a like, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and we are here on the 50th episode of the Rather Farm podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure, I'm not gonna lie. Doing it with the homies. Practically everyone's a day one. I know Kale wasn't there at the start. He probably wishes he never came on, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It's good to have you all here. Kate will be joining us very shortly. But listen, enough of the niceties. Let's just get straight into it. Kale, your team's absolutely shit. But look, I was going to introduce everyone like I always do, man. But this is just getting out of hand now. This is getting out of hand. Okay, I'm just going to come straight to you, bro. I'm going to come straight to you. How are you feeling? Because I watched said video. Obviously, you know, your commentary video and whatnot. Yeah, but how are you doing, bro? How are you doing?
I'm not gonna lie, Usman, not good. Not good.
I mean, I don't know what to add to that, but yes,
I don't know what to add to it either. You guys have to ask me some questions. I'm livid right now. I'm livid.
I've got a question. Actually, I've got a question. Do you know what my thing is about Arsenal? Yeah, and then obviously, Cahill, you can respond to it. That, like, banter aside, because we're obviously gonna do that all throughout the episode, even when we're not talking about Arsenal, innit?
The episode throughout the whole season, bruv. Talk about just the episode. It's dead team.
No, that's fair enough. But like, there's two things. There's two big worries I have. The first worry for Arsenal is that if I'm being honest, and this is gonna sound mad, you know, this is actually gonna sound mad, but if I'm being honest, Brentford aren't even that impressive. I wouldn't say out of all the new teams that have come up, like the Sheffield Uniteds, the Norwich, the Norwiches of the world, like a couple of the other teams that have come up here, I wouldn't even say there's what in particular, apart from heart and desire and hunger on the first day of the season, first time in front of the fans in 2 years, like what did Brentford really do that showed me that they're here to stay? Because really and truly, Brentford are my prediction to go down in 20th, in last place.
Oh, wow.
Because I don't believe they offer anything. Second, and the biggest issue for me, Arsenal's biggest problem is that your chief creator, your main man, your Mesut Ozil is flipping Kieran Tierney. Like, that is a huge issue for me. Like, the fact that Arteta's created a system that is so bad that his fullback, his left back, in fact, is the sole creator for Arsenal. I think he had the most chances created in the game as well, with like 7 chances created. And the thing is, everyone, fam, we're all like, we know tactics here. If you want your fullbacks to be the main creators, the chief creators of your team, you either need to get it from both fullbacks, so from both sides, or you need to have one fullback going forward and then one cam who you can link up with. Emil Smith-Rowe, I thought he was neat, he was tidy, he was very, very promising, but he's too young to be relied upon as the chief creator for Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal have serious problems. Look, I say all this now, and Arsenal, with everything going well for Chelsea, Arsenal go and beat us 3-0. Like, that's what normally happens with Arsenal and Chelsea. But
not happening this season.
Like, it's not good enough, man. And I know we're bantering, I know we're gonna banter, but fam, it's just not good. Like, he shouldn't even be in charge. Why is he still managing this club? But it's more than him as well. It's way more than Arteta. There's so many problems, man. From a Xhaka, this summer we thought Xhaka was going. It was confirmed. Now he's got a new 3-year deal. That is poor management. I don't care how you spin it. People saying they love how he's bounced back and he showed. No, you can't start the transfer window saying that some guy is meant to be sold, is out of the plans, and then suddenly now he's captain on the first day. Nah, come on, man. Let's be serious.
Listen, just before we get into, obviously, Kale, I know you're struggling for words, so I thought I'd help you out, bro. You know,
what's in what form is your help coming in? I don't trust you. That smile, that smirk, kind of triggering me right now.
Listen, it's the first time I've done something like this. This is called the news segment. It's called Showreel. Let's just quickly share my screen in it for the boys and that. Just give me a second, and then let me just get it up in it for the boys and that.
He bought in the new graphics for just to banter Arsenal. I see how it is, bro. I see how it is.
Listen, don't worry, let it just load up in it. Just take your time and enjoy it. But listen, before it loads up, man, I just want to say shout out to the boys. Great content. Oh, here we go. How can I play this? Let me just work out the mechanics, boys and girls.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hit play, boys and girls. Enjoy.
It's a shame you can't hear me.
No, you can't mute yourself, Usman. You can't mute yourself. You have to.
Yeah.
Right, let me try again. Right, it's gonna double play. That's not good. Let me mute it again. Right, let's see if the audio works. Let's try. Is it not working?
No, man.
What a shame. What
an absolute shame.
huh?
But this was the moment when Brentford scored the second goal. As you can see, Kale's face, it's just defeated. Kale, what were your thoughts at this moment? Right,
defeated.
The 2-0 to Brentford. Kale, what were your thoughts at this moment right now? How are you feeling, bro?
It was pure embarrassment, man. It was just true pure embarrassment. I feel like everybody saying Brentford shouldn't be beating Arsenal like that, and to a degree, I agree with that. But I feel like this game for both teams was a good opportunity. Arsenal isn't the team it used to be anymore, and it's a relative big scalp. So for a first game, if you are Brentford and you wanted someone from the top six or the top six in quotation marks, it's not a bad game to start with. And Arsenal, on the other hand, is a championship team, bro. We should absolutely be hammering them or taking the game to them. You need to get that off the screen, man. It's triggering me.
I'm so good. The audio's not playing. I'll have to work it out for next week.
Next week. Don't worry.
We'll play again, don't worry.
But to answer Daniel's questions, man, they don't offer anything. The thing that Brentford did was they came to play and Arsenal completely didn't, and that's completely set by the manager and Arteta. As you said, you kind of took my points, man. You took every single point of mine and just nailed it on the head, man. Arteta isn't the guy. He just isn't. That's simple case.
I think Arteta should stay for a long time.
I think So I think Ole should as well. Let's see what happens with.
Look. I'd rather have Ole than Arteta. I've said that consistently. Arteta is a fraud. I've said it from day one. I'm never.
Is he a fraud? I feel like you have to be able to do something before the label of fraud is attached. He's done nothing. He's done nothing.
I mean, his put comes down for Pep in Germany. So
exactly. But
he's without a doubt achieved something. Obviously, before we get a Keeshan, you're looking like Terminator with the glasses and the Spurs shirt on.
He's wearing his Spurs shirt, man. Like, come on now,
boys. Good evening.
Yeah,
it's a great day to be alive, you know.
Yeah. How does it feel to be part of the 3-point collectors group? How does it feel, Kish?
It feels fantastic. We've got the what's it called, the kit man, and we've got man like Pep getting absolutely bummed. So it's a great Monday evening feeling for me, gents. Can't really complain with life at the moment, to be honest. In Nuno we trust.
Easy, lad. We'll check in with you in December. We'll check in with you.
Next week.
He's just going to be like, I've had enough, boss, man. I've had enough. He's so defensive. In December. But listen, we can't just let Arsenal scot-free there. You could. As Daniel said, Brentford are a good team, but obviously, they're not the bee's knees, so to speak. Excuse the pun. Look, what happened? You just got bullied. Can we just talk about 50 million Ben White? Because, obviously, if he's struggling, God knows what's going to happen to Varane, because Varane's not near as good as him, and obviously he's worth less as well. So, Kodjo, what are your thoughts? Are you worried about Varane because Ben White got bullied? What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Firstly, Varane's a top 3 defender in the Premier League. So for him to be embarrassed by Tony and them, man, quite frankly, he should be ashamed of himself. We signed someone who is not even better than Phil Jones. So at this point, not gonna lie to you, certain men need to be doing better in their roles. You know what I'm saying? However, if I'm on a more serious note, me and Kel did point. Actually, no, I did point at Kel first, and Kel did pull a face to me and looked at me. And when Kel's upset, he looks at me. I can't look at him back in the face because I know what's gonna happen to me on camera. But I told him, and then just as I told him, Sky Sports slapped up on screen. Last season, all the Arsenal defenders had a better percentage of aerial battle wins than Ben White. So that's number one. Number two, Arteta has never come back from being 1-0 down at half time.
Has he not?
15 games. In 15 games.
4 draws. Oh, no. Now it's 4 draws, 11 losses.
Wow. What a start.
So,
Wow.
if you want me to sum up Arsenal in a few words, bring back Wenger.
Bro, I've been saying this for time, man. The disrespect Wenger and Emery got for no fucking reason. And now Arteta's getting the luxury. I mean, Wenger to an extent, I can understand why. But to the back end, obviously. But in terms of Arteta, why is he getting the luxury of, like, fucking staying? Like, what is he achieving? Like,
because he's a legend, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, of course, Everton. He's a legend of the Chang.
I saw though. Tell me what you think about this, then, Kay. I saw what Lee Gunner was saying, and he basically was saying he made some thread, which even though I strongly disagree with, I thought it was interesting, and we might as well discuss it. He was saying how, like, we have to, as Arsenal fans, we have to let this phase happen. You have to let him clear out the deadwood because it's clear that deadwood is being sold. This and that. He basically was saying we need to be out of Europe. We still are able to concentrate on the Premier League game. So us losing to Brentford, yes, although it might be one of the worst defeats ever, that it's a good place to start from. It's a good. That's what he was. That was basically.
I mean that West Brom lost when 4 Arsenal players were marking each other from the corner. It was definitely up down the Wenger. I don't think I'll ever forget that. But in terms of what I will say, Kiel, just to cheer you up slightly, somewhat, because it's you. I mean, if it was someone else, I won't be doing this. But your Arsenal situation does kind of remind me of Man United's. I know we spend more money before people get into it. In terms of, if you actually look at post-Fergie, we've had so much dead wood. Let's just use a Van Gaal era to an extent. I mean, he bought all these superstar players and it didn't work out. But if you actually look at the squad, we had so much dead wood. We had like players like Schlangen that he just brought in. Schweinsteiger, although he's a top quality player in his day, was past it at the time. I mean, we had to proper rejuvenate the squad. And the credit that most Man United fans give to Oli is the fact that he's done that. Even the squad that Oli inherited, I know people say Lukaku wasn't dead wood, and of course he's not. But Oli did the right thing, what he thought was best for the squad. And if you actually look at our squad now, it's taken him a while. But our squad, from where he inherited to now, is Champions League worthy, arguably. Like, bar a couple of players here and there. But it's definitely in the conversation to at least compete. And it does take time. And, of course, it takes investment, which you guys definitely don't have. But at the same time, in Arteta's defense, that squad is shit, man. Like the players he had at his disposal for that Brentford game wasn't good enough. Like, and that wasn't his fault as well, to an extent.
Usman, here's where we disagree now. I don't believe that squad is dead. I think it's it's a squad full of top quality players. He chooses to play crap players. He buys in Deadwood. He spends, I don't know how much he spent on Deadwood. Pablo Mari, Deadwood. Cedric Suarez, Deadwood. David Luiz, Deadwood, extended contract. Granit Xhaka, extended. I thought it was a 1-year extension to add to his transfer kit. He's got a 4-year extension.
He's 30,
He's going nowhere. And for me,
he's got a 4-year. The man who, put this into context, the man who ripped off his shirt, threw his captain's armband, told the fans to fuck off in this time. And then on top of that, he's got more assists.
Are you okay?
That he's got for Arsenal Football Club.
I was laughing, isn't it?
On the back of 1 game for Switzerland against France.
You guys are just taking my points, man. You're taking my points about Granit Xhaka, man. I feel like with Xhaka, you can't tell me this squad. It's not poo. It's not poo. You can't tell me that him not performing for Arsenal isn't a choice anymore, considering what we see him do for Switzerland. You can't tell me the same person that tracks for Switzerland or tracks back for Switzerland. Presses for Switzerland is the same player at Arsenal. It's completely different. So on that basis alone, he shouldn't be in the squad. He shouldn't be in the team. He should have left ages ago. His time at Arsenal ended when he told every single fan to fuck off.
I can't believe it.
Arteta, in his genius,
They deserved it.
All right. Wherever you come down there, whether it's right or wrong, whatever.
They did need to fuck off though at the same time.
It doesn't matter. But on that basis alone, he should not be the Arsenal captain. He was given the Arsenal captaincy against Brentford and did absolutely nothing with it. Absolutely. Kieran Tierney is right there to be taken up. He's every week in, week out, regardless of quality or in the final third. He gives you effort. He gives you drive. He leads from the back. But you're still giving it to Granit Xhaka, who told his fans 2 years ago to fuck off. Make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, your previous captain took off the Arsenal shirt and revealed the new team that he joined. I mean, do you guys really have any standards at this club? Like, let's call a spade a spade. That was one of your legends as well that violated you like that.
Who? Hold on. Who?
Keeshan is not a legend.
No.
Why
are you mad? Are you mad?
Him and Mertesacker, man.
Are you mad, listen? Is Phil Jones a legend?
What? Keeshan is not a legend?
Is Chris Smalling a legend?
Nah, you're bantering. You're bantering.
Look at all the trophies he's won, man. Like, do you not remember him against Birmingham in the final? After that was quality by Keeshan, to be fair. Why took off his shirt and said, I'm fucking leaving. Right, Kish, let's bring you in. Obviously, the biggest team in North London. What are your thoughts on Arsenal? Obviously, we can segue into Spurs because
to be honest, listen, I mean, everything that we've already known about Arteta, we've already mentioned. I mean, there's no direction from top to bottom. I mean, if you look at Arteta and his style of play, there isn't a style of play. You look at Arsenal and how they play, there isn't any motive, to be honest. There's no direction. That you look at,
go down the
managers. You
That's
look
what
at
go down the left.
Yeah, well, to be honest, the only player that had any kind of development in that game against Brentford was Pepe. I mean, unless I was watching a different game, Pepe for me would look the most bright, and I still think he's going to have a good season for Arsenal individually.
No, I think Pepe hit a wall. They defended really well.
That's just my opinion, but I think with Arteta, like we said, that the issues are there to be seen from top to bottom. Edu as a director, the players that they've signed, yes, I understand Arteta has a big say in who comes in and who doesn't. But for me, Edu's been a football player. He's been in probably one of the most successful Arsenal eras during its time. He should surely know that players like David Luiz of that ilk and Cedric Suarez and Mari and these sort of players, they're not going to improve what Arsenal are looking for, which is top four at the moment, and then hopefully to get back to their old glory days. Those sort of signings have not improved. Other areas of improvement, which for me, it goes unnoticed. Arsenal under Wenger or after Wenger, they had a set of players. I think it was under Emery, where they had Guendouzi, who for me had the potential to be a very good midfielder. Maybe not elite level, but a very good player. You look at players like that. You look at Saliba, who everyone in French football, every French pundit, everyone goes on about how this guy's going to be a baller for the next 10, 15 years. Not getting a chance, not improving. Reece Nelson went to Germany on loan 2 seasons ago, lit it up in Germany. Came back, did nothing. He did had a really good end to the season, 7 goals in 7 games. I'm not saying he's going to do that for Arsenal, but you're telling me he's not good enough to be in that squad. Nah, that's for me is out of order. There's countless examples where players are just not improved. Maitland-Niles for me has potential, a bit like Loftus-Cheek for Chelsea, where if he's given a platform, then I think he's a good player. Maybe not at the level but there's potential.
Yeah, Kish, you're doing so well. And you said Loftus-Cheek.
No. What I'm saying is, I'm saying Loftus-Cheek, for Chelsea is a different level, but I'm saying if you put Maitland-Niles at Arsenal where they are currently at, I think there's a place for him. Under the right manager, he would be an improvement within him. But Arteta, for me, just doesn't show that at all. And I think the issues are huge. I mean, I was on the podcast the other week, and this is one of the things that I did hear. I don't know, it'd be good to hear the insight from you guys as well, is they reckon that the reason why Arsenal at the moment are going for so many British players, i.e. Ben White, Ramsdale, and Maddison and these sort of players, is apparently in the next 2 to 3 seasons, there's going to be a big quota in the Premier League about British players being signed.
We already know that.
So there's apparently that's going to be a really big thing that might come into the agenda. But having said that, if it's all good and well signing these players, But unless you have the managerial ability to be able to enhance the quality of these players and maximize it, you're not going to get anywhere. And I do genuinely believe that another manager with some experience and some know-how will be able to get the best out of these players. And yes, they might not get top 4, but I think they'd be very damn close to it. Because like we've said, you train these players week in, week out, and it's one game a week. It makes such a big difference. And under the right manager, they could probably get to the top 6, in my opinion. But the one thing, the one area where I would defend Arteta is the fact that Aubameyang and Lacazette have completely put him under the bus there, I'll be honest. Like, the fact you could tell that there's something that went wrong, they're ill or something. For me, that is a complete and utter lie. Arsenal have a thing with players where you give them big contracts and then for some reason they just completely drop off. It's something really, really strange. And I think Lacazette and Aubameyang, for me, it's a disgrace the way that they've acted. I mean, surely you need to be up for a game. Your fans are back. Like, surely there has to be some kind of. You can't tell me both them players are off ill. You can't tell me that's happened.
Yeah, I mean, coming from you, man, you've got fucking Harry Kane.
Certain man.
We still win without Harry Kane, innit? So against Man City, you know what I mean? Certain man against Brentford.
Okay.
It's a bit. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Beautiful segue into Spurs. Listen,
obviously, we have a man called Heung-min Son in it. Heung-min Son, you know what I mean? My guy. I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
You come to Daniel first and foremost. She's not going to let us speak. Right, okay, Daniel, great win for obviously Tottenham Hotspurs. As Kish said, you know, whose name's Harry Kane? They don't need him. 3 points, job done. Man City, wasteful really in terms of the chances that they had. What was your sort of assessment on the game? And you know, Nuno Espirito Santo, first game in charge, really proper game, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you have to start by saying, what's it called? The fact that Jack Grealish didn't get 10 assists in that game tells me he wants to be on Love Island more than be on the football pitch.
I mean,
so it's poor from Jack. We just got to keep the same energy. That's how we treat actual £100 million players, not players that are just maybe 20 million shy of that. So yeah, man. But no, look, for me, Tottenham, they deserve the win, man. After the first 10 minutes where I thought Man City were probably going to blitz them, they just didn't look good till De Bruyne came on. So for me, it's just weird. The City thing, look, at the end of the day, and this is kind of like a message to Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man United. If you want to really compete for the league, in this period where City will start slow, City will drop a couple points early, go out and go for necks. Kill off your opponents because you want to give yourself a nice little head start because there will come a time where City win like 10 on the bounce. And that might come at the time when all these other teams are going through sticky periods. So I think for Chelsea, Man United and Liverpool in particular, the teams that we think can compete for the league against City, they need to win and come for next. Little word on Tottenham though, look, it's good. It's a good win, but it's kind of like, it's a bit sour. Obviously, it's a good win in terms of just the day. Beat Man City, beat the defending champions. First time back in the new stadium. Another time for City to struggle against Tottenham. Nuno's first game with everything going over his head. And with a number of... I feel like the Tottenham fan base, there's a bit of uncertainty. Some people are straight away, yeah, we'll support Nuno. Some others not against Nuno, but they're just like, oh, I'm not really sure if he's the guy, especially
they're supporting him now, Daddy, that's for sure.
Yeah, of course. But the real...
a couple of fans that went to the game yesterday. Apparently 90% of the fans were on board with him and gave him a good welcome, which is good to hear. That's how it should be.
How did they get that number to go and do a poll or some shit? Like, that's just completely bullshit, isn't it? Style.
Look, at the end of the day, the real issue is sorting out the Harry Kane situation, man, because can't have a guy who scores, 25 goals a season for you, just not turn up to training, not be about. Apparently, he's included in the Europa League squad. I think it's
Conference
this
League.
week, is
Conference League, G.
Conference League, sorry, Conference League.
So
yeah,
it's qualified anyway as well. I got to get my shots in somehow.
You're not in it, so how can you take any shots?
What, he's saying empty barrel? Cale's got an empty barrel.
Exactly. He's got. How can you take shots at them? They beat Man City. You lost to Brentford. You're not even in the competition. You're not in Europe.
No, but the maddest thing is that's like literally like Brentford are basically the worst team in the league because they came through playoffs.
Shit.
And Man City are literally the best team in the league because they won the league. But hey, that's neither here or there. Harry Kane, Kish, you got to sort it out, man, because that guy is far from a saint. I don't care. I think the worst thing, just very quickly, because I know we can be here forever about this situation. I think the worst thing that Gary Neville has ever said, like, ever said, like, was Kane's a model. I mean, Kane's a model professional. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. Pogba's a flipping Muslim. Like, legit a Muslim.
It's so embarrassing. It's actually so embarrassing.
Like, and what's my? I don't know if you lot clocked in that overlap debate. Carragher comes when Adam McCullough is actually speaking sense at times. Carragher was defending Neville. Neville didn't speak again after saying that rubbish because probably the producers told him in his ear, "Yo, chill on what you said. Like, be careful." Carragher then leaps to his defense, bro. TV man, these lot snaky, slimy, grimy guys. That was bad.
Nah, I've got to answer that because obviously Pogba's that boy. And look, I was fuming. Coach, as you guys know, you're in the chat, but I was pissed. Like, I think for me personally, the way it looks to me, just to put it in complete layman's terms, 3 white guys defending a white guy and 1 black guy standing up for the black guy. The black guy is basically done way less in terms of bad things, and then the white guy, Kane, hasn't even turned up, has refused to play, and then on top of that, he's not even tweeted out, "Well played, lads." Like, nothing. Like, how does that?
Yeah, apparently he hasn't liked anything.
Pogba's come out. Yeah, okay. Granted, it's quite clear he wants to leave. He openly said it, and I accept that's not okay. Right, but players in the past have done that. However, he's turned up to training, being a model professional, and then dropped a fucking 10 out of 10. Got 4 assists, the 7th player in the history and the first in Manchester United history to ever drop 4 assists in 1 game. And then all Graham Souness can say is, well, that's what's expected. And Gary Neville's out here saying Kane's a saint and Pogba's basically not. I mean, it just doesn't look right to me. There's complete racial undertones. He's completely been targeted by Souness since day one, since he's got his bloody 1 haircut. Souness has got a fucking trim now, hasn't he, the prick? No one's saying shit about his dead-ass trim. Like, do you know what I mean? Man's got some bald cut from the 70s. Wasn't even a good player. All he fucking did was play rugby on the football pitch. Like, bro, he needs to relax, man. Like, Kojo, what are your thoughts on the whole, like, the Souness situation?
Firstly, I think you all know my thoughts on Souness. I really don't want to delve into him right now. I think the best way for me to pretty much show everyone the kind of character he is when Michael Richards was talking sense. The guy turned around and said, "Let's talk about Liverpool." Or something. He didn't want to hear it. He was going to spare his bullshit all over again. I ain't got time for him. Real talk. And Gary Neville was another one. I ain't got time for him either. This has been going on for far too long. We have seen it time and time and time again, and it's becoming more and more blatant, and more people are just seeing it face first. So
the way they dealt with Michael Richards there, it was absolutely embarrassing. It's completely disgusting. Man turned his back on him. That other tosser, the presenter, is laughing, like it's a serious topic, and he's just there laughing, completely professional.
I was about to get onto David Jones because remember when Gary Neville for once was actually speaking sense about racism, and he came out with that whole "this does not reflect the views" or blah, blah, blah and all that nonsense.
Yeah.
All these man, I've never trusted any of them. I was waiting for them to show their asses, and one by one they've done that. So that's it. Micah spoke sense. We listen to Micah. We stand Micah. The rest of them can go fuck themselves. That's it.
Simple as, and I think that just sums that one up perfectly. Let's go on to Harry Kane. Obviously, the situation with him, for me personally, I've said it consistently. I honestly don't see what the big deal is. I would have sold him about 3 weeks ago, got 140 million and reinvested it. There's so much talent out there. I mean, Hassan Mawaz worth like 25 million, like 30 million. Absolute bargain. He would come in and it'd be absolute revelation. There's so much other quality out there. Kish, where do you sit on this whole situation now?
Yeah, listen, I've listened to all the boys said that, and I completely agree. Listen, the only way Harry Kane was probably going to get a move out of Tottenham is acting the way he is. If he was a model professional and stayed quiet, that's actually good news for Levy because then Levy can just relax and sit back. However, that still doesn't defend the way he's reacted. Just because it's the right thing to do to get a move, it's still not the right way to handle a situation. And it's not fair. And I agree with the Pogba. I mean, Pogba probably would get more hate from changing his haircut than what Harry Kane's got for what he's done right now. So for me, although I agree with his actions to get a move, I don't agree as a fan because he's been totally unprofessional. The golf interview with Gary Neville.
How can he not turn up to the game?
Oh yeah, I mean it's disgraceful, and I think the fact that we've won,
not even in the stands, bro.
Yeah,
we've
won, and he's not come out with a single tweet, not a single statement, nothing to cheer the boys on.
Forget about the game. Forget about the game. Training, it's your job.
Yeah, it's your
job.
Turn up
to your job.
You get paid.
Yeah? Go to work. Yeah? Wake up, get out of bed, brush your teeth, have a shower,
and
eat some breakfast, and go to work.
You decided to sign
That's
a 6-year contract. You decide which player signs a 6-year contract? 5-year, 4-year, I understand. 6. Who does that? Who does that? Who signs a 6-year contract at the age of 25?
Ooh.
Who does that? I'm sorry. Like, who in their right mind does that? So that is his fault. He decided to be on 250 grand a week. He decided to sign the 6-year deal. It's up to him. He could have easily rejected it. He could have easily put a clause in it. He could have easily said to Daniel Levy, I'll sign a 3-year deal. It's up to him. But anyways, I'm done with that. My opinion, look, sell the guy. We've got someone like Son, who for me is not the same quality as Harry Kane, but has proven that he will give everything for the badge. For me, I'm surprised that he stayed because, I do genuinely think he could have got a better move than Tottenham, especially with a year left on his contract. But fair play to the guy for staying at the club. And you can already tell that he's there for the badge. Even his interviews, you can tell that he's passionate.
Better without Kane, to be
exactly. So for me,
other players will step up, man.
The rumors are according to is it Oldstein? He's basically saying 150 million euros is going to be the offer, which is just under 130 million. For me, take it. Give it to Paratisi, get the likes of Awar, Vlahovic. Apparently, we're not going to need a right back because if Tanganga stays fit, unbelievable. And another centre half. Give him the money. I trust the guy. And let Nuno work his tools because I'll be honest, Nuno wasn't the manager that I wanted. I wanted Conte, but to be fair, Nuno's not done anything wrong at all. He said all the right things since he's got the job. And for me, give the guy a chance and get rid of a player that doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be there. And I understand the pain that a lot of fans are going through, but just get rid of him. And the thing is, if you don't sell him now and you sell him, say, next year when he's 29, you won't even get. You'll probably get less than half that 130 million.
Yeah, we'll give you 50
let him
million.
go. Just let him go. Be done with it.
Yeah, listen, let's move on from Spurs here because obviously, just a quick shout out to Tanganga. He obviously watched Wan-Bissaka play against Sterling and fair play too. But yeah, listen, Kia, let's come to you. Another team in London that's bigger than yourself. I mean, there's quite a few of them. Could be any of them. Well, let's go to the Irons because Lawless isn't here, so it's probably going to be short and sweet. Ben Rama absolutely balling out. That man, Antonio, getting all of his fancy football points. I believe he is now the joint top scorer for West Ham, which is an unbelievable achievement for him. I'm sure he'll overtake it at some point, hopefully next week, because we need the points. But yeah, what did you make of West Ham's performance, Kiel? What are your thoughts?
I thought the comeback was nothing short of excellent, to be honest. They looked down and out when Callum Wilson got the headed goal, and St. Maximin absolutely spun Declan Rice for that first goal.
Oh my God, yes. I have said, how often do I say about St. Maximin? Please, I beg, Tottenham, please, I'm begging you, man. We need that sauce.
Man. Relax, they need it. But yeah,
I'm getting a St. Maximin top if he comes to Tottenham straight away, ASAP. It's literally pre-order.
And it's chaos. Back to you.
Sorry.
Yeah, Declan Rice got absolutely spun by St. Maximin. It was a good cross and a very good header from Callum Wilson. But after that, man, West Ham, they were relentless, man. They came back with a reckless abandon. The penalty was a penalty. I don't know how the hell he thought he could have get away with that one. He absolutely clamped him. But it was a good rebound from who? Is it Suchek got a rebound, right?
Yeah.
So, and after that, it was just pressure. And Newcastle was absolutely capitulated, man. So it was a good win for West Ham. So let's see what they can do next week. Against who they got? They got
Wolves, I believe. Not Wolves, sorry. They got Leicester, sorry.
Leicester,
They got Leicester. Daniel, what are your thoughts? Obviously, we've been very critical of West Ham in the prediction video. I mean, Lawrence keeps reminding us without a shadow of a doubt every time West Ham do anything. Do you think we've been a bit too harsh with West Ham and we've kind of written them off too early? I mean, it's only one game, but just hypothetically speaking.
No. And the thing is, I'm even happy Dan's not here because he would have been waffling on about, West Ham had the most XG this weekend, as if that doesn't have anything to do with the team you played against and how the game went. They literally had the most. It was probably the most open game this weekend, bar the Villa Watford game. Like it was literally end to end till West Ham killed the game off because they had the better players. I've been like confident in knowing what West Ham's limits are, and once again, they won't finish in the top four. Once the Europa League hits in as well, it will really take a large hit to that squad, especially if they don't sign Lingard to add to what they have. And Lingard, in my opinion, doesn't even count as a signing because he was a part of that squad already, if that makes sense. So you want to add to the squad that you had. And normally, you know, when you get a player on loan and they play well, what's it called? You normally sign them permanently anyway. For me, it's just funny how West Ham, I don't know if you lot have seen the reports today, and obviously I spoke to a lot of guys. West Ham aren't trying to pay 25 mil for Kurt Zuma. They're still trying to sign Zuma, but they're not trying to pay 25
They're tight, man. They're not paying the money for Lingard. They want 15 million for Lingard, their top scorer. Wow.
And that's what I find so funny. They're trying to be cheap with players they want to buy from the league. But when it comes to Declan Rice, who, mind you, I personally don't think we need either. They want to charge us Harry Kane money for Declan Rice. Like, look, no disrespect to Declan Rice. I think he's a top quality midfielder. I think he will be good, but he's just not anywhere. He's not worth anywhere remotely close to 100 million. And at the end of the day, what it comes down to is West Ham will be a very good team this season, but again, they won't finish in the top four. It's not being harsh. I can't even remember who had West Ham where, but I remember Kojo. Kojo had West Ham top four last year. Cahill did too, I believe, trying to support the bandwagon. Usman Defo did. And I was telling him...
I didn't. Don't know.
No, you didn't.
Don't put my name. To be fair,
I'm not mad about it.
To be fair.
No, I'm not saying. My point is, like, I think personally for me, if West Ham finished in the top four, I wouldn't have heard the end of it. Do you know what I mean? And now it's basically all lose for me and all win for Dan. If Dan is saying West Ham are a big boy team and they're a big boy team, I want to see them play like a big boy team consistently. So we'll see where they are at the end of the season, innit?
Yeah, I mean, I've got him down as 9th this season because I think the Europa League is going to... I mean, he was on the show anyway, so I think he's put him down at 8th. I'm sure he had him out of Europe himself, but yeah, I just think that, as you said correctly, if they don't sign 3-4 players, they've got nowhere near enough squad depth to deal with the Europa League and obviously the Premier League football. Like, unless they get kicked out straight away, which is also a possibility. Kojo, what are your thoughts on your second team, your local?
Just a bit of news, by the way. Sky News. Cahill for you. Barcelona have offered a swap deal Coutinho for Aubameyang.
No. Here's the thing. It wasn't Barcelona who offered. Arsenal offered Aubameyang.
Apparently, it's been discussed. Apparently, they both
sides. We're finished, bruv. We're absolutely finished.
What a bizarre deal. I mean, Coutinho will bang for you guys. I'm not gonna lie.
No, he won't. He won't bang like Aubameyang will.
What is that?
Coutinho for Aubameyang, and then who plays up front? Lacazette for the whole season.
Probably.
Yeah, they got
Nketiah, isn't it? Nketiah.
Yeah. They got jeez. They got Nketiah and Balogun, who's a younger lad, so I'm not going to mock him in it. But I mean, I suppose Nketiah is only like 21 as well. But look, that's a weird exchange. I don't know how Barcelona are allowed to do deals, by the way.
You know why Barcelona are doing this? Because if they play Coutinho in like 2 or 3 more games, just pay Liverpool a nice lump sum. So they're like, hey, listen, take him for anything you want, and we'll take the other guy from you, bro. If Arsenal
and we're giving him our best player. Can does that make sense?
Should have offered him Xhaka.
We should have offered him Xhaka, and he is our best player, Usman. Let's not mess around here. Aubameyang outside of Arteta's influence is a top.
I would say Partey. I'm not gonna lie.
It's Arteta. It's Aubameyang, man. It's Aubameyang.
Now, Partey, man, before he went to Arsenal, was a bad.
He's not their best player. He's not their best player.
All right, fair enough. Each their own, and each their own. But anyways, Cody, your second team, West Ham, very impressive 4-2 victory, as we already mentioned. Antonio, Ben Rama running riot. What are your thoughts on the game?
What was very impressive about them was, even though they went down twice, 1-0, then 2-1. It's that relentlessness that Kel was talking about. There was a cohesion going forward. Ben Rama was having fun. Bowen was having fun. Antonio was having fun. There was nice fluidity going forward. They looked really comfortable in the second half. They dealt with any threat that Newcastle have. And yeah, I think for them to continue their great away form from last year is very big for them as well. So that's very good. I want to shout out Antonio as well for getting me over the 100 points in Fantasy Premier League. Certain man can't relate. You don't know what I'm talking about, sir. No,
I got 90. Like these was.
I don't know why everyone's so excited. First week, a lot of people did well. I got 80 points, so don't
Daniel,
try it.
Daniels, you're easy. Certain man were dropping voice notes, talking crud. So I'm just delivering the crud back. That's it.
It wasn't me.
It was you.
Listen, I'm gonna be. Listen, you sound like fucking Arsenal before the ball's being kicked when they're at the top of the table because of alphabet.
I mean that's a lie. That's a lie because I'm not bottom.
The ball's
I'm
being.
not bottom. I've got 90 points, 90 G.
You're below me, so I can claim for you to be Arsenal fan.
Listen, Coach, you would not finish above me. I can put money down on it. Honestly, God, I'm that confident. I don't bet. I don't even bet, but I'll get you what you want. I'll buy you what you want. Whatever you want. It's on me, brother. It's on me. I'll sort it out. I got you.
Xbox Series X, bro.
Yeah, PM me. He won't
when I finish above you, I want your gift to me to be a Tottenham shirt with Maxim on the back for me to give to KO.
How dare you?
Well, I'll sign it for you as well, Coach. Don't worry.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It's going straight in the skip. I'll order a skip and put it straight in there.
Oh shit! But yeah, West Ham. Obviously, Antonio get you over the 100-point mark. I mean, fair play to you, Coach. As dizzy heights, so to speak. But what did you make of the performance? Obviously, as we've alluded to, West Ham somewhat underrated, underappreciated, as Lawless would say. Are they still a big team? Coach? What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, it's one game. It's one game. They continuing their good away from last year, but it's one game. So, like Daniel says, a fair point. Their depth has never been good, and they're going to be very, very dependent on their key men staying fit for the rest of the season. And look, Antonio was never fit for the whole season. Neither is Bowen. So that's 2 men out already. So let's see what they do. But it's a good start regardless. Dealt with Newcastle. Newcastle, for me, I don't think they're going to go down, but they're in one hell of a fight again.
They're in the conversation with that.
Absolutely. So that's one win, but tougher challenges are going to come, and let's see what they're made of.
I mean, in a great segue, West Ham under 23s are beating Arsenal under 23 6-0.
Oh, wait, what? How much, sorry?
6-0.
Oh my God! And the mad thing is, like I said,
this club is in the toilet. What kind of club is this?
Also, on another note, I've got some more transfer news. Apparently, Sky Italia saying Tottenham have made a £10 million loan offer for Nahitan Nandez from Cagliari.
Okay.
With an obligation to buy for 20 million at the end of the season.
That's
10 million.
That's not a bad signing.
Yeah. I don't know much about him, to be fair. It just says that he's also an Inter Milan target.
He's a decent player. Kale, why are you looking so stressed, fam?
Kale, what's wrong? Kale, what's wrong? Is it the fact that all your rivals won and you lost?
Okay. Kale, do you care about that 23s, fam? What's wrong?
Kale, relax. Don't worry, man. Newcastle lost. You still got a chance to stay in. Right,
hey, just so you know, guys, when we do free midfield tomorrow, we are reviewing that game. I don't care. We are reviewing that game.
Kale's not turning up. I'm telling you right now. Kale's been to the ringer. Kale's only one game. Like, just to give you a bit of context, like, we lost the first game of the season. We finished second. Last season.
Were your next 2 games City and Chelsea?
Lukaku!
I mean, I've got on the ground from fantasy football for that specific reason. I'm expecting
Usman. So have I. So it doesn't matter. It's a wrap.
We'll go into that later, but I think you'll probably get 6 points out of that. But anyways, Kish, let's go on to the big boys. We'll start with Chelsea first and foremost. Emphatic 3-0 victory. The major story, of course, being Chalobah's first goal for the club. Great scenes. Obviously, as Daniel said, a star is born. But on a level, you'd love to see him and Mason Mount being there since day one through the academy. They've been through it all. He's been through many loans. and he finally delivered on the day, man. But Kish, what are your thoughts on Chelsea chances?
Yeah, I mean, just to go back to the Chalobah thing, that's fantastic. I mean, look, the guy said in 2016 that he was going to make his mother proud, and for me, he's already done more than just that. To be honest, I mean, what a week for the guy to be involved in the Super Cup, winning that, and then on his debut, banging a 30-yard scream. I mean, it can't really get any better than that. And I think with Chelsea, this is fantastic because I think during the John Terry era, it was really only him that was getting the opportunity to be in the setup from the youth. And I think over recent times, quite a few of the players in the academy are getting opportunities. And I think it's long overdue because it's well documented that Chelsea's academy is probably the best in the world, not even in the Premier League, in English football, sorry. So it's great to see that these youths are actually getting opportunities. I think for me, I said this as well yesterday, I know there was a lot of impressive wins with Man United, Liverpool, and also Chelsea and Spurs, of course. Big team, obviously, North London. But I genuinely think Chelsea's for me was probably the most impressive, just because it wasn't their full team lineup. There was a lot of main kind of first team players that were rested. He varied it in terms of some of the players as well, and Lukaku's he wasn't even involved yet. So for me, if you're a Chelsea fan, there's so much to look forward to. I mean, the depth in their squad now is ridiculous, and if they do get Koundé, which I still think they should, because he will increase to that squad depth, and obviously Silva can't play every game. You need to manage it. Well, you need to manage him. For me, what a team Chelsea have, and it's something that. I said that if Harry Kane doesn't go to Man City, I do see Chelsea winning the league. So very, very impressed. Again, there's still a lot of games to go, but so far so good.
Yeah, no, Danny, let's get you in on that point there, what Keeshan just finished on. Chelsea have got to be favourites, right? I mean, for me personally, a lot of Chelsea fans I've seen are kind of playing down the fact that Chelsea aren't favourites. I mean, obviously alongside City. But you've got to back yourself, surely, with such an impressive victory in general. You've won the Super Cup, won the Champions League. I mean, you've got to be in the conversation, Daniel, surely.
Yeah, I'm not going to play it down. I think we're favourites. I think we'll win the league. Big reason why we'll win the league. I think we'll win the league is because we have big 4-4 no safety now. We got number 9 Romelu Lukaku leading our line. If you don't know, I'm a huge Romelu Lukaku fan. I will back him till. Me and Usman already knows, because Usman always used to have an agenda. I know you will not admit
Usman,
it, but
you know, with me as well, big man.
Everyone's got that player, man, that they just don't. They just want to criticize more and more. And Lukaku is that guy for you. You don't have to admit it though, but it's cool.
I mean, if he's got a trampoline touch, he's got a trampoline touch.
You see? But man. In all honesty, look, I think we got a team that's ready to challenge, man. I was fortunate enough to be to report on the game and to be behind the Chalobah shot, to see how that went in, to see how we played and dominated. Obviously, a Crystal Palace team, I think, that are still trying to figure out their identity. Vieira too doesn't have all his players as well, but I think the fact that we were able to be so convincing without even playing our strongest team, no Kante, no Lukaku, no Thiago Silva, no Ben Chilwell, Reece James didn't play, Havertz didn't start, that tells you the strength and depth in this squad. And I just think that we're going about it the right way, man. I really think when you add big 4-4 up top, he gets the best out of the guys that we have around him. We've got so many young players. I think Mount, Werner, Havertz, Cho, apart from Ziyech, there's one other guy. They're all below 23, 24. Say that again, sorry?
Pulisic is quite young as well.
Pulisic, all below 24. Reece James. Ben Chilwell, I think, is 24 as well. This young team, and it's fresh. And then you add Lukaku, that bit of experience, that bit of drive, that bit of know-how. If you saw the way he spoke today as well, it gives a lot of Chelsea fans a lot of confidence that he's got a chip on his shoulder. And look, I always say a bold man with a beard, with a chip on his shoulder, is someone you should be scared of. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, reporting on the Arsenal game as well, so I'll be at the Emirates. Should be good. Should be a tasty one. So, yeah, man, should be fun.
Yeah, but listen, obviously Martial's bold as well, and he's got a beard. That's what I'm saying. But
nah, his beard's not strong. His beard's not strong.
He's got a chip on his shoulder, right? So That's all I'm going to say. Koja, on that note, in terms of Chelsea, you know, your favourite player, Lukaku, is there now as well. You know, they've got an easy fixture next week. I mean, Lukaku, Martial, similar kind of player. What kind of impact do you think he's going to have on the team? Why are you laughing, man?
What's funny is this version of Lukaku would start at United right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt.
I think he'd start for every team in the league, actually.
I mean, this version of Lukaku didn't exist at Man United. He's done it at Inter Milan, so fair play to the guy there.
You need to blame United's physios for that because United's didn't realise.
Bro, they bulked him up too much. I mean, Lukaku's come out and said, just to go off topic slightly, Lukaku came up and said, I put like 5 kg of muscle mass on, which is outrageous. I mean, it kind of like obviously took a bit of his speed, etc., etc. But it is what it is, and man's looking lean now. He's looking ready to drop a disaster class at Old Trafford. What are your thoughts? 3-0 Chelsea, another team in London doing fantastically well. You know what? Let me ask you about Vieira actually, because we can always. What are your thoughts on Vieira? Obviously, like you said, he's missing a lot of his players. You know, do you think Vieira is the right man? Do you think he's going to do a good job?
Okay, boy.
What do you know, man?
I've seen this comment here from Houston. I've been going almost an hour, and Kane looks even more depressed than when I got.
Koja knows, man. Vieira at Nice was niche. He was not good, man.
Daniel, I just don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much. This is right now. He wasn't that bad.
He was 5 points off top 4, man. What would you?
He wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad.
Should have been better though.
Yeah. If some buts are candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas, innit, man? He was 5 points off top.
He was expected to get top 4 though with the squad that he had.
Yeah, but he was 5 points off with like half the season to go, and they fired him. So what can you do with that? They didn't finish top 4 after they got rid of him.
That's a fair point. It's a fair point. But in the spirit of bantering Arsenal,
I can talk about my legends. That's when I'm.
I should have passed that question to you. To be fair,
I've got pride when it comes to legends. With the rest of the team, they can all go fuck themselves.
I know. In that case, since we are gonna, I'll leave that question on to you.
Yeah,
I'll ask in a different way. Let me ask in a different way. Why is it that whilst your team are bottling it at under-23 level and at top level, now that one of your former players is a manager, he's also flopping 3-0 in the first game of the season?
I mean, you tried to banter it, but the serious question is, he was facing a Chelsea side that
I don't care about the opposition, sir.
No. But Koja, there's context to every situation.
Sir, I'm not here to do context. I'm here to just talk trash.
Well, you can talk trash if you want, but I'm gonna bring sense and levels. The simple fact of the matter is they're facing Chelsea. So you want to banter? I could talk about Steve McLaren getting relegated. I can talk about your legend. I can talk about Steve Bruce getting relegated.
Sir, West Brom beat Chelsea last season at their home ground. So why is he losing 3-0 at Chelsea?
West Brom beat. Who cares if West Brom beat Chelsea at their home ground?
I just asked the question, sir. Sir, why is he losing 3-0 at Chelsea?
Who did you lose to? Fuck you.
My man straight
I'm sorry, man.
Don't worry, Caleb. You're all the legend. Youngberg models for Kevin Klein, and so at least you got something going for you. Do you know what I mean? Obviously. By
the way, just to know on this 3 midfield, both of you, I watched your commentary yesterday. It was really impressive. Really, really good.
Oh, thank you.
One point. I was watching you on Twitter whilst I was on Twitter. It was really good.
Thank you.
I mean, you did watch the clip that I pulled up earlier now, Caleb. Commenting over that. I mean, there's no.
Drop in the group chat.
Yeah, I'll drop it already. I've got it. But listen, let's move on from Chelsea. Obviously, just my first thoughts regarding Chelsea Football Club. I mean, I'm a bit pissed off Havertz didn't play because I did buy him on fancy football expecting him to score. That's the reason I'm fucking not 100 points. I mean, I thought he'd get at least 2 goals or an assist or a goal, but it is what it is. But that Chelsea squad is outrageous, man. Like, there's a lot of depth there. Ziyech, Pulisic, Havertz, Werner as the options alongside Lukaku and Mason Mount as well there. I mean, that's a plethora of opportunities in terms of mixing up. And Tuchel, to me, he's really impressed me, actually. I didn't massively rate him prior to his job to Chelsea, but he's done a fantastic job. I mean, this is a bit of a cop-out thing to say, but I don't mind if Chelsea win the league as long as Liverpool and City don't. I'm not gonna lie. If Chelsea win the league, it means them. I mean, obviously I want Man United to win it, but I still don't think we'd win it. So it is what it is, isn't it? But then again, if Lukaku wins the league, then you motherfuckers won't let me hear the end of it. So I've got an agenda there as well. But let's move on to the best team in the league, really, because we're currently top of the table. I mean, listen, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we beat the best team. We beat Leeds United, none of this shit team, no Man City, Oil Club FC, Norwich, fucking Crystal Palace, and the rest of them. We beat Leeds United, the Roses Derby, 5-1. This mother lover came to Old Trafford, scored 1 goal, stopped playing the guitar, and our players said we took that personal. Eddie, don't fucking dance against Man United. I thought you would have learned from Pardew and all the other brothers that danced before us. Man's got slapped. Paul Laviole Pogba, 89 million, 4 assists. Bruno Fernandes, 3 penalties. You love to see it. Kish, chat to me nice. Manchester United 5.
No, listen, I said to you in the prediction last week that Leeds are the perfect team for United to play because of the way they play. And I think the aggregate goals for United against Leeds, I mean, United have just battered them. And I said 4-1 and you beat them 5-1. So I wasn't far off the actual prediction. But look, when you give players like Bruno and Pogba time on the ball, this is what happens. Players like Pogba can see a picture that not really many footballers in the world can see. And when you give them time on the ball, they will do bits. And that is literally what happened. Pogba pretty much ran the show. There was a lot of things that I actually read about which make sense. I mean, Bruno Fernandes, Portugal going out early at the Euros has actually done him a favour. I think he's not really had a rest since he's been at United. He's pretty much played most games. And I think him coming back with a bit of extra holiday, came back refreshed. And you can see, I mean, all the talk about, I mean, it was on TalkSport. I can't remember which pundit it was, but said that, I retweeted it. He said before the game saying, I don't think Bruno's going to be the same anymore. I think he's a bit washed and this, that, and the other. And everyone just like say what sort of thing. So for me, fantastic. Again, Greenwood, I did say that this season is going to be a big one for him because he was out of the limelight in kind of the preseason. He didn't have England duty. And I think with the media spotlight not being on him has done a world of good. And he is clinical. He's probably one of the best. He's probably the best finisher one-on-one since Michael Owen during the teenage years that I have seen. So for me, he's fantastic and learning off probably one of the best centre forwards in Cavani in terms of the old school, like Nistelrooy kind of type of player. He can only learn. He can only learn.
What about Martial? Kish, he's there teaching him as well.
Kish, continue. Just continue, Kish.
No, but I'm just saying, a fantastic performance, and with Varane. I mean, what a way! I know it's been delayed.
Bro,
the signing,
elite.
What a way! What a way! I mean, come on, like you've got how many 60, 70,000 fans, and if Varane surely as a player, you must be like, yo, this is amazing. What a way to introduce your new signing, and
something City should have taken performance lessons from. To be honest with you, the Grealish announcement.
Yeah, 5 goals, 5 goals for Manchester United.
Yeah, listen, absolutely fantastic fun. Got a comment here. Don't normally get people watching from Brazil. Shout out.
Jeez.
Portuguese even. Hello, my friend. Coach, I'm going to pass this to you because you know more than me. Hello, my friends. Here in Brazil, we think that Europeans don't care about the Club World Cup. Is that true? I mean, in fact, no one. Let's pass it to Daniel, actually, because your team is in the Club World Cup final. What are your thoughts? Does it count as a trophy, mate?
What does it mean by count? What do you mean by count? Because obviously,
he said, do you guys care about the trophy?
Okay. Yeah. I think the European clubs always want to win the Club World Cup because it is a trophy that is available to be won. It's like saying Chelsea didn't care about the Super Cup. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously you don't. It's not a cup that defines your season. The same thing as the Club World Cup, but because it's a cup available to be won, other teams have won it. You don't want to be the only team that's won it. And the reason why Chelsea, more than ever anyway, care about winning it is because we've been in it and we didn't win it. One of the few teams in the last couple of years to be in Europe and not win it. So we lost in the final to Corinthians, I think it was, in 2013. So, yeah, man, we do care. So this year, Chelsea have a chip on their shoulder.
That's a treble, isn't it? Because if Liverpool like Champions League and Premier League, the different season, you've got a treble already in the season barely started.
So I've got a version of the treble anyway. We haven't got
Yeah.
the original treble, a
Yeah,
version of
obviously.
it.
I mean, it's not for everyone, innit? Some of us, don't win trophies at all, Kish. But it is what it is. Daniel, Mary Poppins wants the drapes back from you, sir. Okay, let's just cheer you up a bit. Man United beating Leeds 5-1. Obviously, I know you're a huge fan of the Reds, part of Manchester. What were your thoughts on the performance, especially, I'm going to ask, right, Bruno Fernandes, I don't know if you've seen that on Twitter, he celebrated against Everton when he scored that free kick. And the amount of shit he was getting for celebrating. Man said, I took that shit personal and bagged in 3. Like, what were your thoughts on the individual performances of some of the key men, so to speak?
I mean, I think it all comes down. It's all testament to Paul Pogba because he linked everything together that game. He made you look like a team. And Manchester United, throughout Ole's tenure, have always looked like individuals that are playing extremely well, and then they end up with the victory. But today, against Leeds, they looked like a team, and it looked like they had a chip on the shoulder. Bruno Fernandes, I don't think it was down to him getting a rest. I think it was down to the fact that he was absolutely dreadful in the Euros, and he wanted to prove to people again what he can do and what that hat trick, especially that third goal.
Third goal
was it the third goal? He slapped it into the top bin.
Yeah.
That third goal was unbelievable, man. And going forward, United are going to look very, very scary, man. So all to you, man. I don't know. I don't know if you can win the league, but you should be up there with the talent at your disposal. You should be up there.
Yeah, and obviously, look, it's ridiculous to even suggest the leagues or anything like that. But look, either way, at least we're excited. I mean, we've got something to look forward to.
Yeah.
I mean, we've gone from Van Gaal's ball first 0-0 to 1, like celebrating getting a shot on target in the half. From at least we like got a team that we could be proud of. Just to add, Cole, just to that, the players missing from that team, and we won 5-1. No Sancho. Sancho came off for 10 minutes. No Sancho. No Rashford, no Cavani, no Martial, no Varane. I mean, you can throw Van de Beek in there if you really want to. Surely Manchester United, in terms of squad depth, they're in the conversation without a doubt now.
It will only count if he rotates the season. He has no reason not to rotate. We scored 5 goals. Certain Frenchmen didn't add to the tally, but we scored 5 goals. There's nothing to complain about right now. Just. No, listen. He was training today, fam. I saw him.
Bro, did you see that clip of him in training, Rondo?
Yeah. Right, listen.
Bro, man looked at him, panicking. He's like, "Bro, I've got to come to training." Actually.
Hey, listen. What's it called? Remontada. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Hey, Philip.
No, I find it funny he wasn't trying to give Miranda 4. That is.
Yeah, he goes. You can't have.
Hey, I stand it. No, I stand it. I stand it. I rate that. That's one.
But do you know what? Honest question though, like, I mean, obviously it's Man United are in the mix. Obviously, I think they're definitely one of the contenders to City and whatnot. But like, how much would you say? Maybe because it's Leeds and maybe the way Leeds play maybe suits Man United the best. And obviously, we saw what you did to them last year. In fact, McTominay looked like people were saying maybe McTominay needs to play further forward after what he did to Leeds last year, innit? At Old Trafford. What was the scores in that game? 5-2? 6-2. So basically an equivalent of this scoreline. So how much do you think?
But there is.
Yeah. How much do you think is?
McTominay was a box to box coming up as a sort of youngster coming up to the first team, if you would. So him trying to go forward as much as he can doesn't surprise me. Just obviously the quality is different. But whether it's Leeds or not, right now I want Ole to show some sort of tactical flexibility and show different sort of ways to win the game, and that goes down to the players as well. But you've got the quality in abundance. You've got players in abundance to do it. Even if you don't sell Lingard, you've got Lingard, they're extras, and never backup player as well. Use them, find ways to win. That's where you win games. Because Chelsea, they're gonna rotate plenty this year. There's no way Ziyech's gonna play every game on the right. Callum Hudson-Odoi can play there. Pulisic can play there. Like, I think that's what he has to do. Just rotate.
He has to use the squad, man. That's my biggest concern.
Use the numbers. That's it.
Yeah.
So me personally, I'm calm with it. But it was a good win. Good start. So we have to continue that with Southampton, innit? That's it.
Yeah, I mean, no, without a shadow of doubt, fantastic win. But I think that's my major concern. Is it going to use the squad? I mean, Van der Beek still didn't get any minutes, which just blows my mind. But it is what it is. Regarding just Scott McTominay, just to add to what you said there, I think it was the fact that he had the license to join the attack more than anything else. Even Fred fucking scored. Like, what is that about? I've not seen Fred in the penalty box in my life.
Yeah. It was a finish, you know.
Bro, I mean, yeah, Pogba put in a play for him. I expect him to score, man. But it's good to see them get in the box, joining the attacks. That's what's been the biggest sort of criticism of both of them. They hardly get involved with the game, bar winning the ball back. They don't really get, they don't really offer anything going forward. And just on Lawless's loading rise, I mean, Scott McTominay literally did that 5 times against Leeds. I've rewatched the highlights, and Scott McTominay did it for the first goal. I mean, I don't know why Declan Rice is getting praised for tackling someone, but it is what it is. But anyways, let's move on to our score predictions. We're not going to talk about Liverpool because I can't stand them. Good win for them. Virgil van Dijk's back, all that good stuff. Anyways, right, okay. Liverpool v Burnley. Let's get the score predictions in. Until a Liverpool fan turns up on the show that actually wants to be a part of the channel, then we don't need to discuss it.
Hey, bring back certain man. Someone.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to find ones that don't, go back into their cave when they lose. I mean, obviously, when they're winning, they want to come on and all that good stuff. But these homes ain't loyal. These fans ain't loyal. It is what it is. Anyways, let's get the score predictions in. No, but jokes aside, great win against Norwich, who always get slapped by them. Fair play to Jota, Firmino, Salah. Salah is on a madness. He's trying to catch up to Nani, so fair play to him. We'll start with you, Kale, first and foremost. What's the score prediction? Liverpool against Burnley. What do you reckon, bro?
God. Did you say Nani? Come on, bro. Liverpool Burnley.
Put respect to Nani's bloody thingy, man. Do you want me to play the intro again?
No, I think Nani's time at United was underrated. So all fair play, but Salah's much better.
By far.
Liverpool Burnley.
I was joking, lads. I didn't need you to confirm that.
Daniel's arms even out of the screen, fam. That's exactly, how funny it.
Do you remember when they did the Nani and Ronaldo comparison on Sky? And they predicted Nani to have the same trajectory as Ronaldo thereafter. I was like, oh my god!
I remember when Nani robbed his goal for Portugal. He would have done. No, I wish he can't because he would have done the backflips as well. Oh, you love it! What a baller! But Kale, what do you reckon? Liverpool v Sean Dyche FC.
Just on that basis alone, 5-0 Liverpool.
What? Okay.
Hey, listen, with Kale, it's always F Sean Dyche. B and end.
Oh, is it? I mean, Sean Dyche would be a good manager for Arsenal. They're about the same level. So, Kish, what do you reckon, bro?
I think it's going to be tight, but I think Liverpool are going to edge it 2-0.
Okay, 2-0. I mean, Salah's obviously going to score in Daniel, what do you reckon, bro?
A repeat of last year. Burnley 1-0.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, can you imagine the meltdown on Liverpool Twitter? Oh my god, what's time has to come on if they lose? Kojo, what do you reckon, bro?
3-1 Liverpool.
Okay, fair enough. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I think Burnley gonna get a result here. I'm gonna say, oh my god, what a shock! Was this got? Was man, you're so funny. Oh my god.
Show the one before as well.
Always bets. Against Southampton, he could get 7+ a game. I mean, he did predict, he did say he said 5-0, and we all laughed at him. So it is what it is. But anyways, I'm gonna say 1-1. I think Burnley a hard game, man. It could be anything, but if they score first, good luck, Liverpool. Good luck. Anyways, moving on. Leeds v Everton. I'm gonna say 3-2 to Everton. Kale, what are your thoughts, G?
2-2.
2-2. Kish, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think 2-2 as well.
Ooh, Daniel, what do you reckon?
Leeds are home, innit?
Yeah, that's correct.
2-1 Leeds.
Okay, and Kojo, last one, not least.
2-0 Leeds.
Oh, 2-0. Interesting. Right, next game, Man City v Norwich. In fact, we didn't even mention Man City. I just realised we were just gassing up Spurs. I just completely clocked.
Bundon.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? No, I mean, this is a 5-0 written all over it, isn't it? I'm going to go 5-0 City. Kale, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I agree.
All right, fair enough. Kish, what do you reckon?
4-0 City and Grealish to score, actually.
Fucking, I've just told him I fancy football. I feel like that's gonna be a mistake. Daniel, what do you reckon?
Yeah, 3-0 City.
And Kojo?
6-1 Man City.
It might be.
You know what? I feel like I need to buy some Man City players back. I fucked up.
The thing is, though, you'll do that, and he won't start the guy that
They
you think.
rotate. This is why I hate him.
Yeah,
man.
Bro, but somehow Bernardo Silva will flip and start over.
Yeah,
Grealish.
Foden was fucking
Something like that.
and getting assists or some shit.
Exactly.
Like Grealish would be on the bench and Foden will start and get like 3 goals. Anyways, Southampton v Manchester United. I'm gonna say 3-0 Manchester United. Kale, what do you reckon?
What was the score last season?
9-0.
Are you home or away?
We're away.
We're away.
Oh no,
Yeah,
so
You think that matters? I swear they got slapped 9-1 by
Yeah,
Leicester.
that was at OT, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember, to be honest.
Ah,
What's
okay.
that,
Yeah,
OT?
the 9-0 was
Last
our
season,
Yeah,
last season at St Mary's was 3-2. Cavani scored the last minute.
yeah,
goal.
Cavani
Oh,
scored
okay.
that brace off the bench.
I'll go
David
8-0.
Eder.
I'm gonna join United way. I'll go 8-0.
Damn.
What is going on? Kish, go on.
4-2 United.
Alright, fair enough. Daniel, what do you reckon?
2-0 United.
Fair. I mean, that seems a lot more realistic. I'm not gonna lie. Kojo, what do you reckon?
Yeah, 2-0.
2-0. 8-0 United. Fuck it up.
Well, we're gonna see Varane, Sancho debuts. Yeah, you lot excited?
I don't know. I mean, Sancho should start for me personally, but it is what it is. We'll have to wait and see what Oli does. Wolves v Spurs, the Nuno derby. I'll start. I'm gonna say 1-1. Kiel, what do you reckon?
Considering they're playing Spurs on Thursday, right?
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I'll go 2-0 Wolves.
Wow. Okay.
Adama Traore is gonna score both.
All right, interesting. Kish, what do you reckon?
1-0 Tottenham.
1-0 to the Tottenham. Yes. Daniel, what do you reckon?
1-1.
1-1. And last but not least, Kojo.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Tottenham.
Okay, right. The biggest game of the weekend: Arsenal against Chelsea. I'm pretty sure the lads will be doing a commentary on this one, so make sure you check it out. Obviously, Daniel's at the game, so I'm sure he'll be doing some match report. So obviously, show love to that as well. No, I'm gonna let you guys talk first, Kale and Daniel. Kale, we'll come to you first and foremost. What do you reckon?
Whatever Daniel says, double it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! So Daniel, over to you. What's the score?
Arsenal 2-0.
After 4-0.
Arsenal 4-0, yeah. Arsenal 4-0. Nah. Do you know what? Like, in all honesty, look, it's just dangerous to be confident against Arsenal when you're Chelsea, man. Like, we haven't won in like 3 games now.
See Ben White against Ivan Toney.
I mean, I think he'll pocket Lukaku.
I think Lukaku scores a debut goal actually if he starts.
Lukaku
anyway.
scores a debut hat trick. Talking like
Lukaku's the fucking captain of fantasy football. That's like
same. That's how much. That's how much.
That's what Usman does, you know. That's what Usman does. He will slander Lukaku, but then have him as his captain in the team.
I don't slander Lukaku, man. I love the guy, man. He's a top player, man.
Nah.
He's a top player, man. I got Salah as well. I slandered that prick as well, man. He's at Liverpool, but it is where it is. But anyways, Daniel, I'm digressing. What's his competition, G?
I think we win 3-1. Okay,
they've got 3-1 in the chat as well. Kish will come. So 6-2, okay.
Yeah,
Kish
3-1 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea. Kojo?
1-1.
No, I agree with Kojo. I think Arsenal definitely getting some at this game. I mean, the last 2 times you played, I could have bet money, like a lot of money.
Exactly.
Chelsea were gonna hammer
Both
Arsenal.
times.
Both times. Like, I was so confident that even troops and people like that were like, "Fuck this game, scrap it, blah blah blah." Yeah, they were confident that Arsenal had slapped, and you performed. I don't know what it is with you guys. Like, against these so-called bigger teams that you guys. I mean, it's obviously a mentality thing, and that you don't.
Do you know what it is?
So to speak.
It's Arsenal and the way that they sit back. So obviously, a better team that sits back is able to play on the counter. I guess it works more effectively. What we struggled with was breaking them down. So let's just hope now that we have a striker, if we can get an early goal. Pardon?
Then got David Luiz now, innit? Like he played well, didn't he, last time?
It wasn't. I don't think it was in the Stamford Bridge game, but he played in the Emirates game.
Yeah, he played well in the Emirates game. I'm sure he was.
Yeah. But no, so now that we have a striker, hopefully if we get an early goal and it rods the whole plan of Arsenal, then we get to see a more open game. So I'm hoping that we win.
Yeah, no, obviously they've got a 50 minutes Ben White in it, so the defense will be more solidified. I'm not gonna lie, I'm going with Kojo. I'm gonna say 1-1 as well. I think Arsenal get something out of this. Kale, go on, we'll let you have your chance because I know you're desperate to talk about the matter. So you're going 6-2 Chelsea then, or what?
No, I won't go 6-2. But I know. I don't think we're scoring. I mean, apparently Aubameyang and Lacazette are set to miss this game as well.
Have they got COVID?
It's not COVID. I honestly think they've completely fallen out of Arteta. Surely. I think they're completely fallen out of Arteta. So if the press release is that Arsenal are willing to sell them to Inter and Barcelona, then I think they're done. They're done with Arteta. So I don't know who's going to start for us. I honestly don't. And if Lukaku has any type of game the way Ivan Toney played against us, against Ben White in particular.
Absolutely. Lukaku is going to eat him alive.
He's going to eat him alive.
Lukaku is going to eat him alive, bro.
And if Kai Havertz is also in behind him as well, the height difference is he's going to get swamped, man. I don't want to watch that game.
Everyone's so focused on Ben White, yeah. If I was Lukaku, I'd pin myself on Pablo Mari, bruv. Are you dumb?
Murray needs to get on the weights. Murray needs to get on the weights as well.
On his neck.
Murray needs to get out of the club to get on the weight.
Nah, he's a good player, man. Wasn't he the next fucking... Where's he from? Brazil?
Yeah,
I heard he's the next Lucio, man. That's why I heard. But, it's where it's the favela Lucio. That's why I heard in the grapevine. You got flipping Roberto Carlos, Carfu on the right back. Look, it's not all doom and gloom, Kale, man. Cheer up, man. You'll be fine. You got Man City the week after as well, so you get 6 points.
And then Burnley after that.
What's that, sorry?
And then Burnley after that.
I mean, you could be on 0-12 and it wouldn't be a shock to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
I hope you're not, because Arteta might get sacked then, and we don't want that. But anyways, let's move on to the last game. In fact, Kish, did you give a score prediction? What did you say? 3-1 as well. Kish still here. Kish, hello.
I'm zoned out, to be honest.
Fuck you! I'm
gonna go for 1-1.
Oh, you got 1-1 as well. All right, okay.
Yeah.
Last game, West Ham v Leicester. I'm gonna say 2-2. Kale, what do you reckon?
3-2 West Ham.
Kish.
2-2.
2-2. Daniel, what do you reckon? G.
2-2.
We've all come for the same score. What the fuck? Kojo, what do you reckon?
2-1 Leicester.
Oh, I was hoping you say 2-2 as well. But listen, the last thing, which is what Kish has put in the notes. Who is your player of the week? I mean, it's an absolute no-brainer for me, but it is what it is. Who wants to go first and talk about Paul the Ball Pogba for a bit?
Heung-min Son for me.
Trevor Chalobah for me.
Okay, Kojo, who's yours?
Paul Pogba.
And Gail, who's yours?
Ivan Toney.
And on that note, mine was Ben White. Anyways, it's been your boss, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. As I said right at the start of the show, everyone's links and their socials are down below. So make sure you show love, as I've already mentioned. Kojo and Kale will definitely be doing a fan commentary, live fan commentary, for the Arsenal v Chelsea game. Daniel's at the game. Make sure you show love to him on all the reports. The great content produced by him. And of course, right here tomorrow, the Southampton preview, 8 o'clock. Myself, Yusuf, Jerry, and Flawless will be covering all things Southampton, in particular Ward-Prowse, and how we can get another angles against them. But before we go, Kale, we'll start with you, my brother. You know, do you want to shout anything out? Arteta, maybe, potentially. What are your thoughts?
Arteta out, innit? That's what I'm going to say. I'm not even going to... That's it.
Okay, Kish, exactly same. Shouting you out, your socials, whatever you want to do.
Arteta in.
All right, no, Daniel, over to you.
Arteta in.
Come to last but not least.
Edu in.
Oh, bro.
And my best opinion is Kroenke's in. And it's been your boys, man.
Yeah.